Let me get this recording, okay? And then I'll go ahead and change presenter.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Tonight we have our wonderful business coach, Linda Dunn, with us tonight, and we have a great topic tonight. Hang on, do I have the wrong one?
Nope, that's the other one.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. And tonight we're going to be, our topic is manifesting sales success. And Linda Dunn's been in the business for about 25 years, and she is a certified business coach and has, in particular, in the relationship marketing MLM business and the direct selling business. So we are very, very fortunate to have her. And I also wanted to just bring up that she does have a complimentary, for new members, a complimentary coaching session, and at the end you'll get her phone number. So just want to remind you of that. Welcome, Linda. How are you?
Thank you, Katie. I'm good. It's so great to be here. I've missed you. It's been a while, so I'm glad we're back together and sharing this fabulous topic.
Yes, that's so great. It's always lovely with you.
Beautiful. Can you see my screen all right?
Actually, I'm seeing, I think because I'm the one who's, I don't see you have it as a slideshow now?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. I'll just follow along with you because I don't get the same thing you do.
Okay, so I should change the slides. I'll go ahead and do that then.
Yep,
okay,
you got it on your side, yeah.
Great. Well, let's get started then. Very good. Thank you. All right. Well, I love, I'm going to go back now. I loved this word manifest and manifesting, and I'm so glad, Katie, that that's one of the words that you wanted to include tonight. And honestly, it's one of the words that I see quite often in conjunction with Simply Young. We use it quite often because it's a powerfully expressive word. You know, wouldn't you agree? It's a beautiful, expressive word.
Oh,
and in this case, it's great. It's a great word, and it's being used to express the richness of Simply Young's products and business experience. And so I love using it, and so I'm glad you introduced it. Its definition is it's pretty simple: to display or show a quality or feeling by one's acts or appearance. In other words, what we manifest in our day-to-day interactions in our business and life communicates so much. It truly does. Because our actions tell so much about our intentions and our agenda. And specifically, that applies this evening in your Simply Young business and representing our exceptional products. So I love the word manifest. It's a perfect word for us. So we're going to talk about, in this session, exploring the benefits and steps involved in manifesting sales success. You know, it's really pretty simple. By developing the sales wisdom and selling skills to create relationships with those in which you share your product, you create happy, satisfied customers. And I would venture to say customers for life. And this end result is not only financially and personally abundant, but that abundance becomes richer and richer as your business grows and you touch more and more people. So ask yourself, what do I enjoy most about offering life-changing products with others? Or what part of the process gives me the greatest satisfaction? And how has my beliefs about nutrition, health, and aging changed as a result of owning my own Simply Young business? And finally, how can I share those beliefs with others? We're going to talk about that this evening. So we want to demonstrate our beliefs. We want to be able to express them. And let's talk about how we can demonstrate and represent what we believe in our belief system with respect to Simply Young with people that we approach. How you become confident and successful in sales is what we want to talk about tonight. The first step is to be a product of the product. Now, that goes without saying, of course. Using your Simply Young products is essential, truly essential, in order to come from a place of authenticity and credibility, to be congruent with what you're saying and sharing and recommending, making sure that you're taking your own advice first. Being able to talk about your own experience and that knowledge that you're getting from that experience about the product is so powerful. It's true, it's honest. And that feeling of power and expertise then leads to more and more confidence. And that confidence leads to success. And I would call it the ultimate manifestation of sales success through this process. So ask yourself, what are your experiences? What are the experiences you enjoy most about sharing a product? And what experience have you had in terms of becoming confident, more and more confident talking about the product? Kind of tap in, take your pulse every so often. What's my confidence level feeling like right now? Do I need a little bit more information in this area or that area? And where can I go for assistance? Well, I know you have plenty of support as Simply Young in many, many forms. So that is always there for you. So you're in great position for that. So we want to talk about becoming a confident seller. Becoming a confident Simply Young representative is the start. That's where you begin. And it truly comes from a desire to serve and in turn allow your clients to really sell themselves on the features and benefits of the products you represent. In other words, letting go of any tactics like persuading or talking someone into a sale, a promotion, or a decision. It's not necessary because the products do that for you. Instead, concentrate on leading with the benefits and the solutions that Simply Young products achieve and allow our customers and our clients to enjoy. And then simply provide the answers to any questions or concerns that they might have. So matching the solution that you have to their expressed needs. And we're going to talk about that just a little bit more. So, as I was saying, selling is at simplest offering solutions. That's truly what it is. And showing you care by focusing on the many benefits of each of the products. You want to do that instead of being more concerned with your profit than your prospects' problems or needs. They truly know where you are in that introduction to the product process. They can tell what your intentions are by the questions you ask and by the attention you give them. A successful seller focuses on serving the needs of others, plain and simple. And you determine those needs by listening, truly listening with an intent to hear them. Successful sellers also refrain from what I call pitching or selling if their prospects are not in the batter's box. And what does that mean? Well, just put that analogy in your mind for a second. You're on the baseball field and the pitcher's getting ready to pitch, but the batter hasn't even walked into the batter's box yet. He's still warming up over here, right? Transfer that analogy to your clients. They may not know what they need yet. They don't have the same excitement that you have. You're eager. You want to express what you know about the product. You're enthusiastic. But the prospect hasn't even considered yet whether or not they're interested or have a need. So timing comes into this. So not getting ahead of yourself, and instead taking more time to listen and let them fully express themselves. But when you've been able to really determine what your prospect needs, the next step is simply to match the appropriate benefit and product to their expressed need. And I call that the magic and power of dialogue. It makes the difference. It truly makes the difference between a negative or a positive outcome. When you've listened carefully, heard what they had to say, and offered the right benefit to their expressed need. That makes sense?
Yeah.
With me so far? Okay, great. So what we want to do is turn to relationships. And we do that by simply practicing that rule of really listening carefully. And there's an old adage about, and it's still true today, really, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth on purpose, right? It's to help us remember to listen twice as much as we talk. Actually, I like the 80-20 rule, to be honest. 80% listening and 20% talking. That takes practice because we have so much we want to share. But you'd be surprised to learn that most of your prospects care more about their own issues and needs than your need to sell them something. I don't know whether that comes as a revelation or not, but it's true. They really are more concerned about themselves, and they want to be able to talk to you about that. So initially, as important as product knowledge and sales skills are, they do not matter to your prospects. Not in the beginning, not yet. They eventually want to know about that, but they first want to be able to build a relationship with you and to share with you. So one way to remember to listen is to follow what I call the 10-second rule. And this takes a little practice. But I want you to practice sharing for 10 seconds. It could be, just come up with maybe 3 or 4 things you'd like to share. A phrase, a couple of sentences about a product, about a result, about a statistic, something you think would be of value. It takes about 10 seconds to say. And at the end of every one of those 10 seconds, ask a question. End every one of those 10 seconds with a question for your prospect. And that gets you, it gets kind of a rhythm going. And you find that you're not doing as much talking as you normally would do. So I'd practice that a little bit before you start it because it might get a little, you really want to be practiced at it. But come up with maybe with your own phrases and then a question that ties into what you just talked about. It's kind of a fun way of making sure that your prospect is getting enough time to talk and be able to ask questions and to be able to answer yours. The people who do open up to you and talk to you do so because they have a problem and they want you to offer them some solutions. For example, this is just one analogy. Let's say it's a woman who finds herself needing to go back into the workplace after retirement. This is happening more and more today in our world. And she may be concerned about her image, about her stamina, and maybe even her cognitive skills. What she is saying is, I am a candidate for any products that could help me have a successful re-entry into the workplace. That's what she's saying. If you've heard her, you can then reflect back what you heard, and you can offer her some solutions and serve her very, very effectively. The operative words there, if you have heard her, and that comes from carefully listening. So this whole conversion into relationships stems from that rapport you're building by listening in the beginning. Does that ring true for anyone tonight?
It
does. Keep that in mind. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Katie.
No, I totally get that. It's really hitting home.
Good. Okay, excellent. So let's move on. So I'd like you to think about how you want to be remembered in this business. And I'm going to encourage you to wear the mantle of the problem solver, to kind of create that image for yourself, being the problem solver. I'm going to give you, the tips and suggestions in this training that you've listened to tonight. If you listen to them again with me a couple times, you'll gain a reputation as the problem solver for anyone who could use your help with their health, their image, their cognitive skills, and so on. How do you want people to remember you, to describe you to others? What would that sound like? How about being the go-to person for information and support around nutrition, skincare, and personal development sound? Or someone who listens carefully to my needs and offers thoughtful insight and solutions. Those both sound pretty good. I think I'd like to be described like that.
Yeah.
I'd like you then, as an extension of that, to take a moment to write down how you would like to be described. What would sound good to me? How do I want people to remember and think about me and describe me to other people and refer me to people? What would they say? Write down how you'd like to be remembered. And then I'd like you to focus on manifesting that description that you have for yourself every day in your Simply Young business. So write it down first and then make it an affirmation. Manifest that description in your actions and how you conduct yourself in business every day. And I think it's safe to say that anyone coming from a place of giving without consideration for getting anything in return earns the respect and the loyalty of those they serve. That's true in every area of life. It's especially true in business, where our sole purpose is to enhance the lives and the health and the well-being, financially, personally, physically, of the people we come in contact with. Okay, so here are just a couple of questions to end on. And I encourage you maybe to write down 2 or 3 responses to each of these questions. Number 1, how will I manifest excellent sales and service? How am I going to show up? Who am I being when I'm out talking to people about Simply Young, about my product? What does that look like? How am I acting? What does that look like? Who would you buy from? Who would you listen to? What qualities around that person would be important to you that you want to manifest as well? Number 2, this one, sorry, I'm confused there. This is that question. What do my actions and words say about me? This is something you might have to ask someone to comment on. You might want to talk to your significant other or a friend or someone that you feel comfortable discussing this with. How do I show up? Are my actions matching what I say? How comfortable are you with my description of my business and my product? Give me some insight as to how I'm being when I'm with you. What are my actions and words saying about me? What are the impressions you're getting about me? It's kind of a little check-in, because sometimes we don't hear ourselves necessarily or see ourselves in action. It's kind of a little check-in, and then ask for some some really constructive feedback, and give them permission to be as honest as possible. And finally, whose lives will I be privileged to enrich? That's a big one. Obviously, that already includes your clients, your customers, your team members, people whose lives you have already enriched with Simply Young. It also gives you a pause to think about who else do you want to continue to reach out to. Who haven't you talked to yet? Who are those prospects out there that would give you great pleasure to be able to serve, and by extension of that, enrich with Simply Young products and business opportunities? All right, Katie, that concludes our short training this evening. As Katie said, I do offer a complimentary coaching session to Simply Young representatives. It'd be a treat and a pleasure for me to do that for anyone who's interested. And here's how you reach me with my phone number. You can text me or just call me at SALES1456973997, or reach out to me at ldunn.coach@gmail.com.
That's so wonderful. Thank you so much. The one thing I just wanted to share with you is that, for the ones that are really creating really cherished relationships with their customers and with their sales, their longevity consultants or distributors, you're really seeing like some really amazing things happening. And I think you really hit really captured it in this particular, because sales are all about relationships, and I think you did a great job with this. Thank you so much, Linda.
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Thank you, Katie, for having me.
Yes, thank you. Bless you. And we'll see you next time. Blessings always.
See you next time. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye now.